Hello friends, welcome to Learn Positive with Pradeep Kumar. If you're watching my channel, like, share, comment, subscribe and click the bell icon. Today's subject is Automobile Maintenance, Unit 1, Chapter 1, Automobile Workshop, Part 3. If you want to see the previous videos, please click the I button on the top of the video. It will show the subject playlist both in Tamil and English, and also other subject playlist also given in the I button. Please watch all the videos and don't forget to subscribe. Today's topic is shop equipments. So the shop equipments we are going to see today is blow gun. So blow gun, after parts are cleaned, but they are blown off and dried with a blow gun. A blow gun snaps into the end of a shop arrows and direct airflow when a button or lever is pressed. So in this blow gun we have a knob at the below. It has the cable to give the compressed air, and it has a trigger point. So the trigger point gives the pressure coming out to the coming out into the nozzle. So we can change the nozzle in the air blow gun to increase the flow of the compressed air. And the next one is bench grinder. This is a small grinder mounted on a bench. Two grinder wheels are connected to both the ends of the motor. The wheels are covered by guards and a work rest is provided for supporting the workpiece while grinding. So bench grinder are mainly used for grinding of hand tools and small parts. And the next one is trouble lights. Trouble lights is used to supply adequate light in the immediate work area. A trouble light may be powered from a conventional wall socket or it may be battery powered. And in some shops, the trouble lights are suspended from reels attached to the ceiling. The next one is hydraulic press. This type of press is operated by a hydraulic drive. A hydraulic press is used to supply the necessary force to disassemble or reassemble press fit components. And a hydraulic press used a hydraulic cylinder and ram to remove and install precision fit components from their mounting locations. And the next one is floor jack. A floor jack is used to raise a vehicle off the ground, and the hydraulic floor jack is the most common jack, but air operated jack are available. A floor jack uses hydraulic pressure supplied to a hydraulic cylinder ram and lift one end or one corner of the vehicle. And safety stand. After a vehicle is raised, a floor jack, it must be supported on safety stand before working under the vehicle. The safety stand must be positioned under a strong structural part of the location of the vehicle chassis. A service manual provided the location of the vehicle lift and support points. Vehicle lift. Vehicle lift raise a vehicle so the technician can work under it. The lift arm must be positioned under the vehicle. Manufacturer recommendation lift pointed before raising a vehicle. Some lift have an electrical motor which drives a hydraulic pump to create the fluid pressure and force the lift to upward and downward. So if the shop air pressure is used, it is applied to the hydraulic fluid in the lift cylinder. So it is called as pneumatic powered hydraulic lift. And after a vehicle is raised, always be sure the safety lock is engaged. When the safety lock is released, a lever is used to lower the lift. Before lowering a lift, be sure there are no tools, equipments or people under the lift. The next one is tire changer. So it is a device used for mounting and remounting of tires from the wheel rim with less effort. It reduces time for tire changing, and also most tire changes are pneumatically powered. The next one is circuit tester. It is used to detect the electrical circuits, and it uses a 12 volt testing light inside it. So a sharp probe is molded into the handle on a 12 volt test light, and the upper part of the handle and the probe is connected to the bulb terminal. A ground clip is connected to the wire is attached to the ground side of the bulb. In the most test situation, the ground clip is connected to the ground of the vehicle and probe is connected to the electrical circuit to determine if the voltage is available at the probe. The next one is multimeter. So multimeter, it is the instrument in which the functions of ammeter, voltmeter and ohmmeter are all incorporated for measuring of current, voltage and resistance. The meter has facilitated through various switches to change the internal circuits to convert the meter into a voltmeter, ammeter or ohmmeter. So it is used for testing and fault finding in electrical and electronic circuits, and also it is a handy instrument used by electricians for checking continuity of the circuits and checking the connection of the components by resisting measurements and measuring the current drawn by the circuit. Testing capacitor, diodes and transistor to know their conditions by using the multimeter. The next one is tachometer. Tachometer, analog tachodual is the ignition test equipment. The color tachometer lead is connected to the negative primary ignition coil terminal, and the black meter lead is connected to the ground. A switch on the tachodual meter is used to select the engine RPM or dual. The tachometer is indicated the engine RPM, and also it can be in the digital tachometer we can find the RPM of the engine and tire, and also we can use the infrared light used in the tachometer to find the vehicle speed also. And volt amp tester. A volt amp tester is used to test the voltage and ampere in the automotive circuits. A voltage ampere tester has the capacity to perform a battery load test, a starter drawn test, a alternator maximum output test and a alternator voltage test. So a typical voltage volt ammeter tester connects an ammeter, voltmeter and a carbon pile load. A carbon pile load is a stack of carbon discs together as a knob is rotated clockwise. When this knob is rotated clockwise of the off position, the carbon discs are not connected each other, and two heavy leads are connected from the carbon pile load to the battery terminals with the correct polarity. The red positive lead is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the black negative lead is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. The ammeter is used to measure the ampere and the voltmeter is used to measure the voltage of the battery. The next one is measuring equipments used in automobile workshops. So the measuring equipments are rules. Rules, it is a thin and flat linear measuring instruments. The steel rules are made of spring steel or stainless steels. These are available in length of 150 mm, 300 mm and 600 mm with an accuracy of 0.5 mm. The next one is feeler gauge. The gauge is used for measuring and checking the clearance of the various fittings, spark plug gaps, valve adjustment tappets, pistons and cylinders, piston rings, cams, bearing guideways, tool clearance, cracks, etc. It consists of set of thin hardened steel blades or leaves. The thickness varies from 0.01 mm to 0.5 mm. The standard gauge numbers are engraved on the every blades. To use it, insert the blade at the clearance on by one up to correct fit and find out the standard gauge number on it. We cannot make suring the gauge by seeing, but we can feel the friction on in between the clearance. So only the gauge is said to be called feeler gauge. The next one is wire gauge. Wire gauge is used to measure the size of the wire. So by using the size of the wire, we can calculate the gauges of the wire. And next one is micrometer. There are two types of micrometer. One is inside and another one is outside micrometer. This is a precision instrument to take the accurate readings. The outside micrometer is used to measure rod, plate, etc. and the inside micrometer is used to measure the bores and gaps. The next one is dial indicator. A dial indicator is a very sensitive instrument consists of small gears activated by spindle movement, and dial indicator or dial gauge is used to detect the wear in an engine cylinder. A dial indicator can measure movements such as end play or crankshaft and valve guide wear. It can be used to measure valve in head depth and cylinder and main bearing bores. The next one is vernier caliper. It is a precision instrument. The principle of the vernier is based on the difference between two scales or divisions. One is main scale, another one is a vernier scale, which are nearly but not quite alike for obtaining small differences. Depth gauge. This gauge consists of a head and a gardened narrow scales. The scale slides in the head and can be locked in position by a lock nut. Depth gauge is used to measure the depth of the holes, slots and recesses to locate center distance, etc. Pressure and vacuum gauges. Instruments used to measure the pressure are called as pressure gauge and vacuum gauges. A vacuum gauge is used to measure the pressure in a vacuum, and it has many uses in vehicle maintenance in detecting leakages. It is used to measure the manifold pressure also. Friends, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.